There are no principles. Hold on, isn't that contradictory? Well, yes and no. The idea that there are no principles stems from the fact that each field of improvement is different. This means that each field would require different principles and approaches in order to improve. Instead of trying to apply certain steps for every field, you should treat them as separate. For this, you should use the first principles approach. This simple technique is used by some of the most successful people in the world. It is defined as the first basis from which a thing is known. The process involves breaking a field of improvement or situation down to its fundamental pieces, and then building a plan of improvement in a more efficient way. In a similar way to the method in the practice and performance tape video, once you have broken that field into its fundamental facts and parts, you then design and experiment training methods which can help you improve. You don't have to go overboard while breaking a field down. You can benefit by analyzing one or two levels deeper than most people. Of course, there may be principles and techniques that overlap between different fields. However, your goal should be to become adaptable. By analyzing and breaking down different fields, you are able to recognize patterns between different fields and try out new ideas. This promotes flexibility rather than rigidity. Applying steps or a rigid plan for every field can keep you stuck and make you feel slow. First principles thinking allows you to move swiftly, become adaptable, as you apply different techniques that are tailored to the situation at hand. In addition, this defeats your reliance on past strategies or approaches, keeping you self-reliant. This can prove beneficial in the long term. As you continue to experiment and fail, you develop your own philosophy for growth built upon your experiences. The feedback loop provided by the experimentation of your hypotheses will allow you to come to your own conclusions. Like water, you will be able to fill any container that you are placed in. By becoming more self-reliant whenever you are faced with challenges. Do not get too caught up or reliant on the past. Shift your focus towards the present. If you continue to recycle old strategies, your improvement can slow down. This may be because you are hesitant to try new things, which can actually help you improve. However, this doesn't mean you should act without some sense of structure. You should not act in a way that is too rigid and fixed, yet not too loose to a point where you have no sense of direction. It's easier said than done, but you need enough wiggle room for your experiment with new techniques. Having no principles also means that you should not disregard any training techniques or methods. Have an open mind and never be afraid to try things out. However, everyone is different. Just because one method works for one does not mean it will work for another. There is no one-size-fits-all method when it comes to improvement, as we are all fundamentally different. You should continue to research improvement methods, talk to others in the field, and find what works for them and what doesn't. Then, instead of following blindly, try to find the reasons their methods worked and build something tailored to you. Overall, using this principle allows you to become self-reliant and adaptable. Then, whenever you want to improve, you will be able to quickly break the field down and work from there. The principles that I will list in this series aren't fundamental truths, but should be viewed as tools. When a carpenter wants to build something, he doesn't use every tool. He first analyzes his project carefully. Only then does he select the tools he might need. Similarly, analyze your project/field and decide which of the principles can be applied. While building his project, the carpenter may learn something that could change his approach, making him change his toolset, getting rid of some tools and picking up new ones. Likewise, as you embark on improvement, you may realize that some principles may not cut it, and new ones must be applied. To further demonstrate the tool-like nature of the rest of the principles, there will be a reversal section in which the potential drawbacks of applying a principle, allowing you to analyze and debate before applying any principle.